Welcome back to Zito TechVerse. In this video, we're covering the top 30 Power BI interview questions, from the fundamentals to data modeling, DAX, and deployment. For each one, I'll read the question first, then give you a clear, structured answer with an example and a real-world analogy. If this helps you, hit subscribe. Let's begin. Here's our roadmap. We start with Power BI fundamentals, move into data modeling and Power Query, then dive into DAX and calculations, and finish with performance, the service, and deployment. 30 questions in total. Section 1. Power BI Fundamentals. Question 1. What is Power BI and what are its main components? Power BI is Microsoft's business intelligence platform for turning raw data into interactive reports and dashboards. Its main components include Power BI Desktop for building models and reports, the Power BI service for sharing and collaborating, plus mobile and report server options. Question 2. What is the difference between Power BI Desktop and Power BI Service? Desktop is your local authoring tool for modeling and report design. The service is the cloud platform for publishing, sharing, and dashboard management. You build in Desktop and distribute via the service. Question 3. What is the difference between a report and a dashboard? A report is multi-page and interactive, built from a single dataset. A dashboard is a single-page canvas, existing only in the service, displaying tiles pinned from multiple reports to provide a summary view. Question 4. What are the data connectivity modes? Import loads data into memory for fast performance. DirectQuery queries the source live without storing data. A live connection links to a shared model. Choose based on your needs for data size, freshness, and speed. Question 5. What is Power Query and what is it used for? Power Query is the engine for data transformation, or ETL. It connects to, cleans, and shapes your data before it hits the model. Your steps are recorded as M code, making the process fully repeatable. Question 6. What is the difference between calculated columns and measures? A calculated column is computed row by row and stored in the model, using memory. A measure is calculated on the fly at query time, using CPU. Generally, prioritize measures for aggregations to keep your model performant. Question 7. What types of filters are available in Power BI? You have visual, page, and report-level filters to control scope. Slicers add interactivity on the canvas, while cross-filtering, drill-through, and advanced filtering options provide deeper control over how data is explored. Question 8. What is row-level security? RLS allows you to restrict data access by user role. You define these roles and filters in Desktop and assign members in the service. It can be static or dynamic using the USERPRINCIPALNAME function. Section 2. Data Modeling and Power Query. Question 9. What is a star schema and why is it preferred? A star schema organizes data into a central fact table and surrounding dimension tables. It is preferred because it simplifies DAX, reduces join complexity, and is highly optimized for the Power BI engine. Question 10. What is the difference between a fact table and a dimension table? A fact table stores measurable events and metrics, while a dimension table provides descriptive context. Facts represent the verbs of your business, and dimensions represent the nouns used to slice that data. Question 11. What is the difference between Power Query and DAX? Power Query, or M, is for data preparation and ETL before loading. DAX is for analysis, metrics, and complex calculations after the data is in your model. Transform in Power Query. Calculate in DAX. Question 12. What is query folding and why does it matter? Query folding happens when Power Query translates your steps into SQL and pushes them back to the source. This shifts the heavy lifting to the server, which speeds up refresh and minimizes data transfer. If a step cannot be translated, folding breaks and processing moves locally. Question 13. What is the difference between merge and append in Power Query? Merge is like a SQL join, combining tables side by side on a key. Append is like a union, stacking tables on top of each other to increase the row count. Use merge to enrich data, and append to combine identical structures. Question 14. What are bidirectional relationships and their risks? Bidirectional relationships allow filters to flow both ways between tables. While useful for certain many-to-many scenarios, they often cause ambiguity and circular filter paths. It is best practice to keep relationships single direction and only use CROSSFILTER when strictly necessary. Question 15. What is a many-to-many relationship and how do you handle it? This occurs when neither table in a relationship has unique keys. You can handle this directly in Power BI, or use a bridge table to resolve the join cleanly. Always monitor for incorrect totals and double counting when using these configurations. Section 3. DAX and calculations. Question 16. What is DAX? DAX stands for Data Analysis Expressions. It's the native formula language for Power BI, designed for measures, calculated columns, and tables. It behaves similarly to Excel formulas, but operates on entire tables and columns based on evaluation context rather than single cells. Question 17. What is the difference between SUM and SUMX? SUM is an aggregator that totals an existing column. SUMX is an iterator, evaluating an expression row by row before calculating the total. Use SUMX when you need to perform calculations like quantity multiplied by price per row before aggregating. Question 18. What is the calculate function and why is it important? Calculate is the most powerful DAX function. It evaluates an expression under a modified filter context. You can add, remove, or override filters, making it the essential foundation for advanced calculations, time intelligence, and dynamic logic. Question 19. What is the difference between row context and filter context? Row context is the current row, utilized by iterators and calculated columns. Filter context is the active set of filters from your visuals. Calculate is unique because it can perform context transition, converting row context into filter context. Question 20. How do you calculate year-to-date or year-over-year growth? Use time intelligence functions. TOTALYTD computes running totals, while SAMEPERIODLASTYEAR enables year-over-year comparisons. These require a complete, continuous date table in your model to return accurate results. Question 21. What does the ALL function do, and when is it used? ALL removes filters from tables or specific columns. It is typically used inside Calculate to ignore the current selection, which is perfect for calculating grand totals, percent of total metrics, or ranking. Question 22. What is context transition in DAX? Context transition occurs when Calculate turns the current row into a filter context. This happens automatically when you call a measure within an iterator. It allows row-level data to influence the entire model scope, though it can impact performance if not managed well. Section 4. Performance, Service, and Deployment. Question 23. What is a Power BI gateway, and when do you need it? A gateway is a secure bridge for refreshing on-premises data from the cloud service. You only need it if your reports depend on local, non-cloud data sources. Personal mode works for individual users, while standard mode supports team-level access. Question 24. How do you schedule data refresh in Power BI? After publishing to the service, go to your dataset settings and configure the refresh schedule. Pro allows up to 8 daily updates, while Premium allows many more. Remember, this only applies to import mode. DirectQuery is always live. Question 25. How do you improve Power BI report performance? Start with the model. Use a star schema. Remove unused columns and rows, and reduce cardinality. Prefer measures over calculated columns, and use the Performance Analyzer to find and optimize slow visuals. It's like packing light so everything moves faster. Question 26. What is Vertipoc, and how does compression help? Vertipoc is the in-memory columnar engine for import mode. It stores columns separately, and uses dictionary encoding to compress data. Low cardinality columns compress best, which allows Power BI to aggregate millions of rows in milliseconds. Question 27. What is the difference between Power BI Pro and Premium? Pro is a per-user license for sharing among other Pro users. Premium is dedicated capacity, allowing free viewers for shared reports, as well as access to larger models, more frequent refreshes, and advanced features like paginated reports. Question 28. What are aggregations and how do they speed up DirectQuery? Aggregations are pre-summarized tables that sit on top of a large DirectQuery source. For high-level queries, Power BI uses these cached tables for instant results, only hitting the source for granular detail. It's like a summary sheet that saves you from checking the full ledger. Question 29. What is a deployment pipeline, and how is it used? Pipelines provide dev, test, and prod stages for your workspaces. You can develop and test securely before promoting to production. It includes dataset rules to automatically swap data sources between stages, ensuring a safe and governed release process. Question 30. How do you share Power BI content with stakeholders? You can share via workspaces and apps, or embed reports in Microsoft Teams and SharePoint. Always remember to use row-level security to govern data access for specific users. Apps are like publishing a magazine, while workspaces are your editorial office. That wraps up our top 30 Power BI interview questions. If this video helped you prepare, please give it a like and subscribe to Zito TechVerse. Drop your toughest question in the comments below, and good luck with your interview.